NDTV has learned that Priyanka's first CWC meeting is going to be in Gujarat. What exactly to expect from it? What does it mean politically? Let's go across to Sunetra Chaudhary to get a better understanding on that. Sunetra.
Well, what's interesting is today is the day that we're going to hear for the first time the newly appointed UP East General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra addressing her press conference. It'll perhaps give us an idea of what her political vision is. Does she have a plan for Uttar Pradesh? What is it she sees? Rahul Gandhi, when he was appointing the day he announced her appointment with Jyotiraditya Scindia, he said, you know, this is what we need to do. We need to build up the party from the scratch. And so that will perhaps be articulated in the meeting today. But what's also interesting is that the party seems to be planning quite an aggressive launch pad for her. We've also heard by the end of the month there's going to be a meeting of Congress's highest decision-making body, that's the Congress Working Committee. It's also going to be the first time that that's going to have three Gandhi family members, that's Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. And what is significant perhaps is the fact that this CWC, you haven't seen a CWC taken place outside for some time now. It is going to take place, yes, outside Delhi, not just anywhere. It is taking place in Ahmedabad, the capital city of Gujarat, of course, known as the state from which Prime Minister Narendra Modi has emerged. It actually makes one remember that one of the things that Priyanka Gandhi made her mark on is sparring with Narendra Modi. Let's not forget, in the run-up to the 2014 elections and previous to that as well, other election campaigns, she's never shied away from the fact of actually directly engaging with him. Remember when Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, who would want to vote for a 126-year-old woman? And she responded by actually personifying herself as Congress Party and said very famously, do I look old to you? And it actually ended up getting a lot of mirth and a lot of laughter and got quoted quite a lot. So she's never really, you know, desisted from sparring with him, and perhaps this is to take it that much stronger by saying, okay, we're going to have the first CWC meeting over there in Gujarat. We have to wait and see how that goes, and of course it shows the kind of aggressive posturing that the Congress is doing. Apart from that, the other things that are planned by the party, talking about moving things out of Delhi, they've also planned perhaps a meeting of opposition party leaders also at the end of the month, taking place somewhere out of Delhi. We don't know where that is. It could be towards the eastern part of India, Kolkata. That place is not finalized just yet. But it's interesting. It is to perhaps drive home the fact that a lot of the opposition leaders have been talking about a federal front. They've been talking about giving rise and empowering regional leadership. And this seems to be the Congress's way of saying, okay, we're with you on that. If we are hosting a meeting, it'll be outside Delhi as well. Remember, last night's meeting, Rahul Gandhi and we just heard Arvind Kejriwal as well, they all came together, and one of the things that they've talked about, whether it's Mamata Banerjee who came out of that, was having a pre-poll alliance about having a common minimum program. So in order to hammer that out, we're going to see that meeting. So yes, quite a few political events that are coming up later this month.
Also, Sunetra, I wanted to understand, you know, when it came to Priyanka Gandhi's positioning, and, you know, the power balance that hangs between her brother and her, we also looked at a very clear instance where, you know, you also reported that Priyanka Gandhi did not speak for the first 2 days, in fact, when she debuted in UP. Only Rahul Gandhi spoke, and there was this entire thing about who's going to be positioned as this one major opponent to Arvind Kejriwal, Narendra Modi, beg your pardon on that. So when it comes to positioning like that, how do you see this latest move?
I think at the moment they're focusing on Priyanka Gandhi Vadra as more of a person of a strong kind of hand, a strong kind of leader within the party. I don't think, while they're of course saying, yes, we'd like to see her, and of course she has a national appeal and a national kind of connect that they know that she has with voters. One of her first political jobs perhaps was to be her mother's campaign manager in Bellary way back in 1999. But in this particular instance, while of course it is showing that the Congress knows that she can perhaps spar with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but at the moment it's more that position is definitely occupied by Rahul Gandhi. We've seen that every time that he's spoken up, he's targeted the Prime Minister directly. A lot of criticism has also come his way in doing so, by saying that, it's not proper of Rahul Gandhi to disrespect the office of the Prime Minister by saying Chaukidar Chor hai, and he keeps repeating that. So its definite positioning is Modi versus Rahul Gandhi, especially because Rahul Gandhi has himself said he's not averse to the post of Prime Minister anymore. That's been the case for quite a few years now. But what Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and perhaps Jyotiradittya Sinha, but Priyanka Gandhi Vadra much more so, is that they're showing that, look, we have all of this leadership now. We have these strong people right now who are capable of having a connect with people, and they're not afraid to also wield that power. What's of course interesting, you're right, that she didn't speak at all earlier in the day when she first came, the first 2-3 days. It perhaps reflects the fact that, she wants to get her messaging right. When we saw her off-the-cuff remarks, which are always so politically astute before, they were always when she was speaking for other people. At that time, she had very little stake for herself. Right now, there is a huge challenge. Uttar Pradesh is the toughest thing that there can be. Congress is the lowest right now. All of those workers who are coming there to meet her, it's no wonder she's spending all-nighters in Congress office, because it really can't get more tough than that. And they were really shown their place by the Samajwadi Party and by Mayawati, BSP, when they were told, you can only, if you want to be part of our alliance, you can only have these 2 seats, nothing else. So she's really got the toughest job of them all. And that's why perhaps she wants to get her messaging right. And we're going to hear some of that later in the day.